Hi guys, welcome back to the Love Dive. We're really excited to have you here. And again, we can't do this without you. We can't believe we're in day 4. Thank you so much for always listening to our videos and listening to our podcast on Spotify. Thank you so much. So, how was last week? Were you selfless? It was hard, but I just want to be a better person. So I tried to reach out to many people as I could, and I tried to be as selfless as possible. So today we are in week 4, hooray! And we are looking at love is thoughtful. How hard is it to be thoughtful? Let's dive in to see. Psalm 139:17-18. How precious also are your thoughts to me. How vast is the sum of them. If I should count them, they would outnumber the sand. Love is thoughtful. Love thinks. It's not a mindless feeling that rides on waves of emotions and falls asleep mentally. It keeps busy in thoughts, knowing that loving thoughts precede loving actions. When you first fell in love, being thoughtful came quite naturally. You spent hours dreaming of what your loved one looked like, wondering what he or she was doing, rehearsing impressive things to say, then enjoying sweet memories of the time you spent together. You honestly confessed, I can't stop thinking about you. But for most couples, things begin to change after marriage. The wife finally has a man, the husband has his trophy. The hunt is over and the pursuit done. Sparks of romance slowly burns into grey embers, and the motivation of thoughtfulness cools. You drift into focusing on your job, your friends, your problem, your personal desire, yourself. After a while, you unintentionally begin to ignore the needs of your mate. But the fact that marriage has added another person to your universe does not change. Therefore, if your thinking doesn't mature enough to constantly include this person, you will catch yourself being surprised rather than being thoughtful. Is today our anniversary? I didn't think I needed to consult you in that decision. Why would that upset you? If you don't learn to be thoughtful, you end up regretting missed opportunities to demonstrate love. Thoughtfulness is a silent enemy to a loving relationship. Let's be honest, men struggle with thoughtlessness more than women. A man can focus like a laser on one thing and forget the rest of the world. Whereas this can benefit him in that one arena, it can make him overlook other things that needs his attention. A woman, on the other hand, is more multi-conscious, able to maintain an amazing awareness of many factors at once. She can talk on the phone, cook, know where the kids are in the house, and wonder why her husband isn't helping, all simultaneously. Adding to this, a woman also tends to think relationally. When she works on something, she is cognizant of all the people who are somehow connected to it. Both of these tendencies are examples of how God designed women to complete their men. As God said at creation, it is not good for man to be alone. I would make him a helper suitable for him. But these differences also create opportunities for misunderstanding. Men, for example, tend to think in headlines and say exactly what they mean. Not much is needed to understand the message. His words are more literal and shouldn't be overanalyzed. But women often think and speak between lines. They tend to hint. A man needs to listen for what is implied if he wants to get the full meaning. If a couple doesn't understand this about one another, the fallout can result in endless disagreements. He is frustrated, wondering why she speaks in riddles and doesn't just come out and say things. She is frustrated, wondering why he's so inconsiderate and doesn't have two and two together and just figure her out. A woman deeply longs for her husband to be thoughtful. It is a key to help her feel loved. When she speaks, a wise man will listen like a detective to discover the unspoken needs and desire her words imply. If, however, she always has to put the pieces together for him, it steals the opportunity for him to demonstrate that he loves her. This also explains why women will get upset with their husband without telling them why. In her mind, she's thinking, I shouldn't have to spell it out for him. He should be able to look at the situation and see what's going on here. At the same time, he's grieved because he can't read her mind, and he wonders why he's been punished for a crime he didn't know he committed. Love requires thoughtfulness on both sides, the kind that build bridges through the constructive combination of patience, kindness, and selflessness. Love teaches you to meet in the middle, to respect and appreciate how your spouse uniquely thinks. A husband should listen to his wife and learn to be considerate of her unspoken messages. A wife should learn to communicate truthfully and not say one thing while meaning another. Or it's easy to become angry and frustrated instead, following the destructive pattern of ready, shoot, him. You speak harshly now and determine later if you should have said it. But the thoughtful nature of love teaches you to engage your mind before engaging your lips. Love thinks before speaking. It filters words through a guard of truth and kindness. When was the last time you spent a few minutes thinking about how you could better understand and demonstrate love to your spouse? What immediate need can you meet? What is the next event, anniversary, birthday, or holiday you could be preparing for? Great marriages comes from great thinking. This week's day, contact your spouse sometimes during the business of the day. Have no agenda other than asking how he or she is doing and if there's anything you could do for them. If you listened to the end, how do you feel? Do you feel there's still a lot for you to do? If yes, then call them now, contact them right away, and ask them if there's anything you can do for them. Let's make today a thoughtful one. See you next week.